Hey, let's talk about how to pick a meeting place. Whenever you're picking your place, you want to pick somewhere that has minimal distractions. Right now, outside is a great place to choose for your group to meet. You can reserve tents through email. It's students@fbcrogers.org, or you can call the church office at 479-636-3451 to reserve a tent. There are also tons of places around that don't require a reservation. You will need to make a reservation if you're going to use one of these porches, but if you're going to use just under a tree somewhere around the church, you don't need to make a reservation. So you can be creative. There are also places like there's a park right down the street on Bellevue in Lowell, right past the fire department, that has a bunch of trees, and that's a great place to get a little bit off campus of the church to get students to meet. You can also meet in your backyard, places like that. You can be super creative right now and find places for your group to meet. Once we start meeting back inside, spaces will be assigned to you, and so you won't have to worry about finding a place to meet because they'll tell you where to meet. Make sure that you publicize your meeting place to your group. You can use social media, email, phone calls, text. Just make sure that your students know where your life group is meeting, and try to pick the same place each week. That way, if they miss the text or don't hear where you're meeting, they don't have to wander around. They'll know exactly where you're meeting because it's the same place each week. Zoom is also an option. You'll want to think about how to work that into your life group. Obviously, in person gets the best results, but there are a lot of people who aren't comfortable meeting right now or aren't able to come and meet in person. And so Zoom is a great option for those students to get still involved in your life group. The free account lasts 40 minutes, and you'll want to make sure that you enable the waiting room so that unwanted guests are not able to access your classes Zoom call. And you'll also want to make sure that you only publicize the link to your group so that the general public doesn't have access to your call. Then your students can send the link to their friends and to people that they want to invite to life group. Don't just put it out there for everyone to see. And make sure that in your calls everyone has their camera on so that you can make sure that it's actually your students who are joining in that call. And if you have a coordinator, you might want to enlist them to keep an eye on the Zoom call and make sure that there aren't any questions or things that aren't, like if the sound isn't working and things like that. That's something that your coordinator can help you do so that as many people as possible can join your life group. As you have your Zoom link set and your place set, if you could let us know where you're meeting, you can send that to students@fbcrogers.org to let us know so we can come visit you or let students know where they can come and meet with your group. That would be great.